Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my weekly video predictions for what I think is going to happen in next week's episode for Fear the Walking Dead Season 3. This is for episode 12. It's called Brother's Keeper. And spoiler warning as usual, if you are not caught up for Fear the Walking Dead, which is up to Season 3, Episode 11. So a great episode earlier on tonight. If you guys have not seen my review for it, it's in the channel right now. And you definitely want to check it out because it was a really, really good episode. I mean, it really was. For an Episode 11, for that middle of the road type of back half season type of episode, really great episode for that placement. This one as well, too, looks like it's going to be a pretty good one as well. I'll put the links to both the promo and the sneak peek in the description so you guys can check them out. The synopsis for this episode, Brother's Keeper, reads, Nick and Jake set out to handle a delicate situation. The ranch prepares for a threat greater than any they've faced before. And we can kind of see a little bit of this, of what's happening with regards to the ranch, and possibly some kind of sandstorm in the desert type area. We also got to see some stuff in the promo for this back half that hasn't come about yet, some stuff with Troy specifically. So I'm thinking that this episode will most likely be mainly a brothers episode, Troy and Jake focused, with Nicholas, of course, in there, Alicia as well too, and the people at the ranch. So we got to see in episode 11 the dam. We got to see Madison and Walker, Strand, and all the stuff that was happening there, which was a really cool change of pace and different scenery than what we're used to, which I personally really liked. And then this episode sounds like it's going to get back to kind of more of that ranch type of story that we're also kind of used to at this point, and get to see some changes with regards to what's happening there. It looks like from the trailer, if you guys haven't seen it, it was shown at Comic-Con for this back half for Fear the Walking Dead, that Troy is probably up to no good, which we can expect, I would think. And it is that, it seems anyway, like it might be possible that he has somehow started a herd moving towards the ranch, and it's kind of steering it, a reckoning coming, so to speak. So there is in the promo. First, we get to see Alicia to Jake. How can you talk about leaving? And then Ophelia says Jake is weak because, she's like a badass villain at this point, right? Anthrax villain. Alicia says, are you worried about Troy? And then Jake says, no, as if he's kind of panicky, and Nicholas is with him and they're kind of looking down. He might be seeing a herd heading towards the ranch. I'm not sure if that's what it is, if that's what started this sandstorm type of thing. It seems like that would make sense. And that Troy could be behind that, and that he's kind of started this whole process going, and then Troy is going to the ranch to tell Nicholas and the others. But it's also possible that what Nicholas is seeing is a hallucination of Troy as well too, because we do know that he had one of those before when he was locked in the box, so to speak. So we'll have to see if that actually is Troy. I would think that it probably is. He says there's a reckoning at hand. It's bigger than you can imagine. So, somehow maybe he managed to stir up a huge herd, get it going in the right direction, and somehow just, let loose, steered it towards, and set it on the path towards the ranch to take it out. So that looks like that could be really exciting. It is actually very similar to what we're seeing in The Walking Dead Season 8 in the promo there, with Daryl and the others kind of using explosions to steer a zombie herd towards the sanctuary in that case. In this case, it's kind of like a Merle type of situation too, that because Troy does not have the ability to attack the ranch by himself and take everybody out, he wouldn't be able to do that. He's already tried that and failed because there's too many people and everything. Maybe he's thinking that he can kind of use a zombie herd to make that happen. The only thing that kind of gets me is that I'm kind of wondering, like, how would he know that? How would he have the idea to do that? But he is pretty crafty and he is pretty smart. So if that is what we're seeing, which it could be pretty exciting. We'll have to see what a huge herd of zombies like that looks like in Fear the Walking Dead. We know what it looks like in the original Walking Dead, but we haven't really seen one like that in Fear too much, except what we did see in the first season when Daniel opens the stadium or whatever. That's a pretty big herd that comes through, and that was impressive. That was wicked impressive. So we'll have to see for this one if it's anything anything like that. Nicholas says, I killed a man, now I'm sleeping in his house. Maybe I'm as sick as he is. So, of course, Nicholas, feeling some guilt from what he did at the mid-season finale, which totally makes sense, so we would expect to see that. And then you can see kind of the sandstorm there in the promo. The sneak peek is really just Jake talking with Alicia at the ranch, and they're basically just considering leaving, going for the Northwest, and finding another place or, a closer place than that, but just finding somewhere else that might be similar that he would want to stay at. And that could be why, Ophelia is saying that he's weak, that kind of thing, and talking about leaving. So, yeah, we're going to have to see. I wouldn't think that the Jake is going to up and leave the others, but it's not a bad idea. He's thinking about it, and of course you got Madison, the others that are in a different place right now. So Alicia, I wouldn't think is going to leave without Madison or leave without Nicholas either. So I'm not expecting much to come from this idea that Jake has to leave, but I do think that if this herd is kind of big enough that Troy is able to stir up, if that is in fact what's going on, totally predictions, don't know for sure, if it is enough, then it might force them off the ranch and they may have to go and find somewhere else to live. They may not have any kind of a choice. We'll have to see how this all goes. We only have a few episodes left. So this is episode 12, then we have 13, 14, and then 15 and 16 are the same weekend, leading up to Walking Dead. So you have 4 weeks left of Fear the Walking Dead for this half, with the final, double finale. Should be very impressive. But we'll have to see what they've got left for a finale, because they're bringing in so many different things so quickly here, that it's kind of like, well, what are they going to build up to when you've got so much stuff happening throughout that you don't really have you wouldn't think you would have a big, bang finale type episode if we're going to see a herd before then. So I'm thinking that this episode right here may be mostly set up and kind of things getting started, but you would think that if there's a huge herd heading towards the ranch, that Madison, Strand, and Walker on the way back will probably see it. I'm not expecting to see them back in episode 12 just yet. Maybe at the very end of the episode they'll kind of come into the story here. But I also don't expect to see the herd reach the ranch in one episode. I think that would be pretty, that'd be even too fast-paced for Fear, and what it usually does. So, but it'll be cool to see what happened with the people at the ranch while Madison and the others have been gone. Madison, Strand, and Walker have been gone. So let me know what you guys think about this one. Write your comments below. Do your predictions. Is the water going to matter? Is it going to be useful, considering they may lose the ranch if Troy has started up a herd towards it? And if you like this video, please thumb it up below. You can also share and favorite. Check out the review if you guys haven't seen it from earlier. And send me some questions for Q&A for this week, guys. I definitely want to do at least one Q&A for Fear this week, since we have a few weeks left of Fear. And then we're going to be getting into a lot more Walking Dead videos for Season 8 when it gets closer. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.